Time does not stand still. We're going to take a look at events that happened on and around February 14, 1969, which was the day I was born. When I was younger, I would wonder to myself how the world would change. As I researched deeper into the year 1965, several major changes had occurred in politics, fashion, inflation, and things that made national news. Richard Nixon was the president at the time. He was the 37th president to serve from 1969 to 1974. Because of the Watergate scandal, he was the first and only president to resign from office, which was not definitely normal. Gas prices was 35 cents, unbelievable. Dozen of eggs, 62 cents. Stamps, 6 cents. The average cost of a car was $3,270. Rent was about $135 per month. The unemployment rate was 3.6%, which we know is higher now due to several job losses that took place. February 9th, the Boeing 747 made its first commercial flight. The large jet flew over the city of Everett, not painted in its traditional colors, but the prototype colors of brownish copper and yellow. The flight was successful. There was something that took place on February 22nd. Barbara Jo Rubin became the first female jockey to win a major U.S. track race. She overcame polio as a child and prejudice as an adult to become a pioneer in sports. She made history as the first woman to win in a betting race. She was also considered to run in the Picnic Fair for the horse racing, which was to take place in the 1969 Kentucky Derby. She would have been the first to be considered to run for a Triple Crown race, but the Picnic was decided to be removed from the race. But at the time of the Derby or any other major races had not seen the end of women jockeys. Thelma Ritter, who was a famous actress, dies. She played in high school plays and was trained at the Academy of Dramatic Arts. She appeared on the Jerry Lewis Show. She was nominated for 6 awards but never won the statue. Moving on to fashion. Back in that time, several things have came back and repeated itself. We have the bell bottoms, flare or boot cut look. That's still in style now, that came back in style. Mini skirts was back then, it came back in style. We also have the hippie look, which was popular back then. My mom showed me an outfit a few years back, and I looked at it, and I laughed, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But guess what? It's now back in style. We also have the checker and a plaid look. I recently just purchased me a checker skirt. It's pretty cute, but just to see, as you see, things are repeating itself constantly. James Earl Ray was sentenced to 99 years for the assassination of the civil rights and anti-war activist Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was famous for his I Have a Dream speech, which has inspired several people. The #1 song was Crimson and Clover by Tommy James and the Shondells. The #2 song was Everyday People by Sly and the Family Stone. The top 5 movies were Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, starring Paul Newman, Majesty with George Lazenberry, True Grit with John Wayne, Hello Dolly with Barbara Streisand, Alice Restaurant with Patricia Quinn. The best actor was John Wayne, and the best actress was Maggie Smith. As you can see, going down memory lane back in the day, a lot of things have took place and a lot of things are going to change. I strongly believe that it's going to continue to change, but the best thing to do is wait and see, take a look, and just be amazed on what this world will change with. Thank you for listening to my events.